to me. Welcome back. Now, who don't love a classic recipe handed down from generation to the next? Everybody. Seems like every grandma out there knows how to throw down, make a great meatloaf or some dish famous in the family. But just in case there are those of you who don't have that existing in your family, I have it for you. I'm going to let you borrow today our two grandmamas. They're going to be here showing us how to fix traditional dishes with a twist. Please welcome from the New Orleans School of Cooking, Miss Ann and Miss Harriet.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So you're from New Orleans?
Yes, born many years ago. And my grandson say many fingers.
Now you all have known each other
Since we're this big.
since you were kids.
We grew up down the street from each other.
Who taught you ladies how to cook?
My grandmother. My mother didn't have patience to teach us how to cook. Kids are messy, you know?
Yeah.
Thank you. Harriet's in the room. So we had a big wedding, and the nerves were getting frayed. And the day before the wedding, I woke up that morning and went, geez, I'm going to live in Missouri. I know how to cook. I mean, I really know how to cook. And I couldn't ask my mother because we weren't speaking to each other. She might sabotage the recipe. And I said, Grandma, teach me how to cook. She said, what do you want to learn how to do? I said, everything. All right, a scoop of this, pinch it. I said, let me see what a scoop is. So I did it, you know, put it all down, went off to Missouri, and learned the hard way by making mistakes.
Wow.
And that's it.
Well, Miss Ann, tell us about the classic recipe that you prepared for us.
Well, got meatballs and spaghetti? Okay.
Yeah.
We love meat. We have a large heritage, Italian heritage, although we don't have any Italian in us. So the previous life, I know I was Italian. I love Italian men. I love Italian food. I just got married to an Italian. Because they're not very faithful. It might be Lorena Bobbitt, you know?
Now this dream come true. I'm cooking with the Golden Girl.
Well, anyway, all of our cooking starts off basically with the Trinity, which y'all probably don't know what that is. It's onion, bell pepper, and celery. New Orleans is still a large Catholic population, and that's just part of the Catholic faith. And then, of course, the Pope, which is garlic. And this is something interesting. What do you call those little pieces in there of the garlic?
Cloves.
Not us.
Oh,
Nobody in New Orleans is going to call it that. We call those toes.
A garlic
A
toe.
garlic toe. That's a garlic toe. And so garlic is a big part of it.
Oh, I didn't know you wanted to hillbilly version of it. I knew that, but I was just
You knew
trying to
that,
be,
yes.
proper.
Anyways, we just take beef and we use pork, and you do a little bit different than that.
I had Italian sausage, sweet Italian sausage to it. Chopped onions, very fine, parsley. And just
Italian cheese.
like this, and drop them into
Wait,
your
I
red
forgot
gravy.
one thing.
What?
Don't use breadcrumbs. We use French bread. Like, it's too heavy. So in New Orleans, we have French bread, delicious French bread, and we let it get stale, which doesn't take but about 10 hours. And then we take the bread and crumble it and put it in water and soak it. And then when it's ready, we just squeeze the water out and mix it up like that, and that's what makes our meatballs light. And you know what else, one thing too?
Yes, ma'am.
We don't call it spaghetti gravy, we call it red gravy.
Red gravy.
Everybody in New Orleans calls it red gravy. Yeah.
Okay, that's different from red eye gravy.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yes.
Red eye gravy is not a New Orleans thing, but I love that. I love
I
it.
had a bunch of that.
You grew up with that, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. My daddy from Selma, Alabama. My mom from Virginia.
Oh, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you put paprika in yours?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So
And
give it
coffee.
a little red color.
Yeah, I love red eye
Then
gravy.
that coffee give it that bite for it.
It's awesome.
Am I telling the truth?
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah.
I'm really getting hungry.
Okay, so
All right. Now,
what's the next dish?
okay, I'm doing a dough, and the first thing I would have done would be season a chuck roast. And what I'm stirring frantically now, because I don't want it to burn, is the roux. 2 ingredients. An oil of your choosing. This happens to be lard. I know some of y'all never thought it was even manufactured. Still,
And lard
it's all
has
right.
less saturated fat than butter, so that's good.
Now,
Lard has less than.
can y'all see?
Where did that fat
On a
come from?
salt-free diet, it's perfect. There's no salt. There's no salt. But with this roux,
How can you justify eating lard? It has no salt. It could have got anything else in there.
oh well, anyway, I have to stir. Because if not, we're going to have a fire. And then I throw the Trinity in, put it in. Here we go. And everything gets cooked down.
All right.
Now, the meat has already been seasoned and browned off on all sides. I pick that meat up, put it into a dish, let it sit. Then you begin your roux making. Then you throw in the Trinity. And when those onions become transparent, then you throw in your chopped garlic.
When do we put that on there?
When you serve it.
Then when this is all cooked, when this is cooked, the meat comes back in, your stock comes in, you put the lid on, bam, like that, put it into the back of your stove for 2 to 3 hours. You gotta wait.
Yeah.
It's
Good
nothing
things
to
are worth
do.
waiting for.
And then it cooks, and now you have this. This turns into that. And you know, that's about exactly how much.
You forgot a little bit of the tomato paste, too.
Oh, I forgot the tomatoes.
Drizzle it in there like that.
Yeah, just like
that.
that.
It's beautiful.
Steve Harvey know what he doing.
That's right.
You do.
Miss Harriet and Miss Ann, let me tell you what we want to do. We want to have y'all come back, be regulars on the show, and just keep bringing us dishes.
For sure.
Yes, ma'am. Why would I lie to you? You nice lady.
Stir.
Oh, stir.
Y'all very tough. We'll be right back for all these recipes.